the bell icon on the YouTube app to never miss a video from SnG Comedy.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Big Question with SnG. This is actually the previous episode, only longer. This is part 2 of our favorite teachers growing up. And
talking about this only in terms of how different it is in education system here and abroad. So when we are in school here, we would say, "Oh, Shastri ma'am, oh Khan sir, this
Didi.
sir, that sir."
On the Hindi show, Didi.
Oh,
Didi.
have you met?
But outside India, it's
Yeah.
not the same because my first day at university, I finished the class and then I have to go and talk to my professor. His name was Peter Metlikamp, South African guy, and I had to ask him a doubt. So I've gone, I'm following, I'm like, Peter sir, excuse me, Peter sir. He turns around, he's like, what did you say? And I said, what? He said, what did you just call me? I said, sir, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Call me Peter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, you're 60 years old. I'm supposed to call you Peter?
Yeah.
Really? Like, because you've grown up just saying, sir, ma'am, teacher, this, that.
Okay, so one thing I've noticed is that the hierarchy in the US and other countries is very low. It's almost invisible.
Yeah.
So even your boss would be first name. It's like your teacher, right? And it's this weird conformity that we have. If one person is calling it, then that's the thing you should do. Everybody will call it.
I had one friend who went abroad for to study, and he did the same thing, right? He went to his professor and he's like, "Sir, can you answer this doubt?" And the guy is like, I don't know when I got knighted, but thanks. And the other thing I want to ask you guys, like, have you met a teacher outside school and then had your mind blown?
Oh, so okay,
Very different.
So I had this one professor, when I was a computer science major, he was like a weird guy.
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. This guy walked into class, it was exam day, midterm exams, and we have been studying. So I've rattled as much, I didn't understand any of it really. I thought I was going to flunk. He throws us blank sheets of papers. He says, write the question and then write the answer. One question, one answer. And the tougher the question is, and the more complicated the answer is, the more you'll score on 100 points.
Wow.
Yeah, I failed.
No shit.
What did you
Because I had barely
What
studied.
color is blue?
Dude, I was hoping for multiple choice.
Huh.
And I had to drop that class because I got a D on that test. This guy who used to always be in the same bar, Dukem, at the same time every day. And he would have the same drinks. So we would go up to him and a lot of times we would just buy him a drink and stuff like that. We would chat and he was a totally different person.
Yeah.
And it became, and there was another professor named Adrian Presley who was my advisor. He was also there. Like these guys would always show up. Dr. Dashki, who was the religions and philosophy. They were all sitting there separately with their wives and the family, and we would have. In fact, it became like they were like friends who and we were like imparting knowledge. It was obviously he was giving me grades, but we used to have conversations about random things, and I would notice my B minus would become a B, my B plus would become an A, just because I was interacting, and they thought I was interested in what they had to say.
Yeah.
And my mind was blown because teachers in the break room. Oh my God, you guys remember that?
Yeah,
Oh boy.
That's
I was like, oh, I should not be here. I felt so much pressure to just be around these people. They're just looking at me like, like this person has come to ask for because some half his mark is missing or some shit like that. Like they hated us. But these professors, one of the professors, check this out, his house caught on fire, his attic caught on fire, and after it burned, he called me up. He's like, hey, you guys want to come and help me like clean up? And I was like, cool. And he's like, it's 5 points for you guys. I was like, I was there, man. I helped up clean up his attic.
The same thing happened. I think the dynamic changes. So we had this professor in college when I was doing BMM. He came to teach us culture studies, I think. Culture studies or something like that.
Yeah.
So the good thing was because again BMM is not your traditional course. They will have like some fun shit to do. So this guy would like tell us about like the change in culture through the point of view of comic books. Like how like things in comic book. Yeah, like very interesting stuff. He made us watch Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
In class. Okay, so
Even the dildo scene.
every day we've all watched dildo scene and I was just like, but he was a cool guy because I was 18 then and he was about 28.
Okay.
27, 28. One of those, just passed out from this and then he's coming to teach.
Correct.
So it came to a point where the first time we were in college and I think there was some stone pelting going on. Okay, something happened and they were throwing stones in the drain.
I like how in India it's so casual.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm bored.
Somebody went nuts and started throwing stones and because I think someone did something to a statue or something. So then we were told, hey, listen, don't travel by train. And since all of us stayed like this side of town, like coming from Churchgate to Andheri would be a problem. So we didn't go. We all stayed back in class. But after a point, we were fried. We're like, how long can we just stay inside? And he's like, you guys want to go for a beer? We're like, yeah, why not? Dude, first time, with a professor. So it's 4 of us guys and this professor. We've gone to Sundance in Churchgate. And we started drinking.
Hey, shut up.
Shut up, Meera. We started drinking, chilling. It came to a point that had become a regular feature. We would all chill together, hang out, and a day before the exam, 5 of us, the same crew who went then, are at a bar, we are drinking, we've gotten drunk. We've come back to our friend's house, he's given us the answers.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's like, this is what I'm asking. It's an open book exam. This is what I'm asking. This is what is going to come. You guys do it. So we all sat. I have never finished a paper faster in my life.
And more accurately.
I got 95 on 100.
And that's
Totally deserved it.
Totally deserved it. Like that whiskey really helped. Same, continuing this forward, like when teachers would call your parents because you were misbehaving, whatever. It happened in school, but it happened to me in college. Again, BMM, and I was bunking class or whatever. So I've my attendance has been low. So my professor, late Mrs. Dias, she called. She's like, okay, you'll have to get your parents because this can't go on.
correct.
So in my mind, I'm like, fuck, I'm screwed, and plus I'm in college and I have to take my parents, like, what is this? And both my parents work, so I've had to make them bunk their work, so they come with me to Churchgate all the way.
Wow.
My dad is fried, he has meeting, but he has left it to come. He's like, what have you done? Why do I have to come to college? We've sat down and we waited for about 10 minutes, then Mrs. Dias comes, my dad is talking to her. I think she has forgotten what she has called him there for.
Wow.
So she's sitting and she's talking to him, the attendance is a little high. But Varun's a very bright child. See, the thing with Varun is like, and I'm just sitting there and I said, wait, one second, did you just call my dad all the way here to praise me? My dad's like, one second, you could have told me this on the phone.
Or not.
Like, I don't care.
But why do they never do that? Why do they never talk to the parents on the phone? Why would the parents have to be called and this humiliation process?
Yeah.
Like I hated open house.
Yeah.
I hated it, and not because I was the last student. Because at the entrance of my foyer, our foyer is a hexagonal, Jamna by Narsi. Okay, so when you walk in, the first thing you see is the roll of honor. The top 10 students out of the 300, six divisions. I'm never going to make it.
Right.
Okay, and next to me is a girl crying because she came 11th or 13th or some shit like
just
that.
missed it.
And I'm just like, ठीक है, pass हो गया. I don't. My mom, and this is my mom.
Couldn't you study like Rakesh?
Exactly. and I was like, you know what, mom? If you compare me to other kids, I will compare you to other parents. Don't do it. So don't do this shit. And then she would calm down.
Nice.
I had this
That's
really
a smart move, dude.
I had this really funny professor. It was Hindi. Okay. Now he was a little effeminate. Okay. He was a little effeminate. What happened? And the thing is, every time he walked, right, he would walk touching the walls.
Was he a stereotypical like Hindi movie effeminate type of guy?
Yes, sadly. I see in my head because I don't want to act it out because then it'll come across like I'm making fun. But he was actually like that. So he would walk. He would have like slightly the hand gestures like that, and he is walking with his shoulder touching the wall. He would never walk like here like this. He would just walk touching.
Dude, Maynard does the same thing when he wants his sides itched.
Yeah, so this guy wanted his sides itched for 10 years. He's just walking. So one day he comes and again he's filling in for somebody else. So he walks in and normally you think that, oh wait, if your teacher was supposed to take that class isn't there, oh you can go out and you can chill, play basketball, whatever. So we're about to go do that, suddenly like he comes in. Okay, he comes in, he's like, oh you guys go sit down. And we're like, sir, it's not your period, it's not your period. He's like, yes I know, I've come here for a froxy.
Oh wow.
And he said it like this. Okay, I've come here for a froxy, sitting on the table like this. 58 of us have just like
All dudes.
all dude. All dude. Teacher comes and says, I'm here for a froxy. You're like, for the longest time, see, when you were younger, you don't know what gay is.
No,
When not fourth, fifth standard, buddy.
Dude, fourth standard, I used to go to kids and be like, hey, are your parents virgins?
Yeah.
And they would nobody knows what that means. Yeah, no.
we would say there was another slang, baila. Baila. So for us, although baila is gay, we would call him internally when we were joking, "Arey, kya baila hai? Wo sir kya baila hai?" And he has come and he has said froxy. That news has spread in the foyer faster than you can say froxy. You know what I mean? And then there was this one teacher, okay, she taught us math. Her name was Mrs. Dangre.
Yeah.
The thing with Dangre ma'am is she was short. As short can be.
Yeah.
But she got a new car.
Yeah.
Wagoner. Okay, and our school at the approach road, this is long approach road, so she was driving. Except when we are all walking, we can't see her. She's so short. I shit you not. You can see steering wheel and steering wheel ke just upper. You can only see this patch. I'm like, how are you seeing the road?
Dude, it's like the penguins from the team from the cartoon.
If I can't see your face, how are you seeing the road?
Dude, we also had one short teacher. Okay, she used to teach Marathi. Okay, her name was Asha Kushari. Okay, so and she used to her quirk was that she would say stuff really fast. Okay, so we used to call her AK-47. Asha Kushari, AK-47. Damn funny, but this short and like just.
And I think we made so much fun of Dangre Miss that I think she realized it was us, as in specific me, doing it. So she taught us math, okay, and after a unit test, she is giving out the marks to everybody, and she calls out, okay, so Kautuk, and she will say a mark, 33, there, 44, whatever. So she's picked up my mark sheet, and I shit you not, she has looked at me, looked back at the mark sheet, looked back, she's fucking shocked. I got 49 on 50.
Whoa!
Wow. And she made it sure to let it be known that I'm surprised that you have got 49 on 50. She Varun.
Dude.
Who was sitting in front of you? Who was sitting behind you? Like that face.
No, I had a similar in 7th standard. Okay, I took basically I had a crush on this girl. She was like a topper. So I was like, okay, now I have to also improve my marks. Okay, so in the first term, okay, I got we had GPA systems. Okay, so I got a GPA of 1.71. In the second term, I got a GPA of 3.57. Okay, like a huge jump because there was one chick. Okay, I'm impressed. Okay, now the papers come in. Okay, and Sethi Miss sees it. Okay, she sees the marks. She sees all of them. Then she looks up. Then same thing. And then she takes out a calculator.
And
she calculates. She calculates everything, and then but like credit to her, she like waved the papers on her and she went like, देखो ये बच्चा बैक बेंच पे बैठता था पर देखो इसने 150 मार्क का जंप लिया है. I became an example.
If he can do it, you can.
Yeah. I became like one of those.
But they all teachers always say every open house. Didn't they say the same thing? Yeah, he has a lot of potential. Does not live up to
It's like
a standard thing. All teachers tell everybody.
Even if you got 50 on 50, he has a lot of potential.
It's a school version of watching a Bollywood movie screen and going, you were really good. But how was the movie? You were really good.
No, but what is your favorite scene in the movie?
Okay, so here's a question for you guys. I'll never forget this. Okay, 8th standard biology, we learned reproductive system of.
Yes. After a certain age, man gets a mustache and a woman's breast become full. That was the line I will never forget. SSC 7th standard.
Dude, it was straight up. So copulation takes place when a penis enters a vagina, and everyone's like, what the fuck does that mean? Like nobody knows what that means.
Just make it easier for us to understand in textbook, right? Penis bracket.
Like, she started the lesson. So first of all, nobody knew what the fuck she was talking about. Secondly, she started the lesson with, I don't want any laughing in the class. So when you tell somebody nobody not to laugh,
Straight up. Dude, and what is the scene? Like, I don't know, but like in my school, we like the English teacher and bio teacher always hot. Okay, I don't know if they
English teacher hot.
Yeah, that's a criteria.
Always.
Like,
my bio teacher was a bull.
Yeah?
She would hit you with the head if she really could. She was a huge woman.
No, so our bio teacher, very hot, okay, and she used to do this one thing, okay, totally unnecessary, okay. She used to come into class, and if you were making noise, she would go, pay attention here, and we're like, that's literally where we were paying attention. You didn't have to ask.
But like coming from a boys' school, obviously the school was a cesspool of raging hormones, right?
Testosterone, yeah.
So our Lou had obviously amazing graffiti.
Oh wow.
Of teachers.
For a good for teachers.
Yeah, of teachers. So you've drawn like a female form having sex with a male form.
Yeah.
And you've written for sex. You've written the teacher's name, but even after that, like for sex, call Kranti Miss.
Yeah.
Wow. Even when we're making pornographic pictures about our teachers, we would give it respect. Kranti Miss.
We never did that. We never in my school in Jamnabai. I don't think there was.
And you had girls in your school, right? Yeah. So here's the thing: when you're in a boys' school, you have no idea. I wasn't drawing it.
We were too focused on like, अरे उसके बड़े हो गए.
With us it was, अरे मैं इसके कितने भी बड़े बना सकता हूँ.
It's like my joke.
Okay, Chal, this one question. Now, favorite teachers, right? So, did you have like an inspirational teacher, like a Robin Williams from Dead Poets Society kind of teacher, like who, like, arey, like?
For me, it was Diva Miss who I spoke about because like she was the teacher I want everybody to have. Like she was smart, very sweet, very like she would push you to do stuff. If she found potential, she's not one of those.
Right.
Like, one of those जिसमें बहुत potential है type.
Correct.
She will find something good in you and she will push you towards it. There was another teacher I forget to mention. Her name is Deepika Miss. Deepika Miss, ma'am also taught us English. And like throughout school, like when I was in primary, it was Deepa Miss, and when I was in secondary, it was Deepika Miss. They both taught me English, but they were both teachers I genuinely liked. Like I really liked them. I was like, okay, every time they had a class, I was like, fuck yeah, dude, 100% attendance, paying full attention, asking questions, and it showed.
Correct.
Vis-a-vis when you had like other people, like this one teacher of ours, his pet name was Paplu.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great start to begin with.
Yeah, we've all like, and he's been Christian Paplu for many years. So we've gotten that
How do you
surname.
respect a person?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, because he is Paplu because nobody respects him.
Yeah, and it's sad, but it's what we got in Virasat. Our seniors used to call him Paplu, so we also started calling him Paplu. Paplu would come to class 9 or 10 times with his zip open.
Such a Paplu thing.
At the beginning, so our school also had teachers' quarters to stay at. So there was about 10-minute walk to the school from there, and the main gate was also there. So once I was entering, I see Paplu walking, and Paplu's zip is open, and the shirt is coming out. Which he has tucked in is coming out. I've seen it, but I'm like, bro, I ain't telling him. ये तो school तक होना चाहिए. And he is walking. Poor thing was also old, right? So he has no idea. He's just walking all over. Hello sir, kaise ho? Hi beta, how are you? And this thing is out.
Wow.
We didn't tell him till he reached the staff room. Then Panchal sir, who was the algebra teacher, and then he realized and he put it up. But an entire 10-minute walk, his shirt was taken out and nobody said anything.
I think it's been tough for me with teachers in India when I was in school here, especially Xavier's, because there were so many kids in the class and it was so routine. Come and take attendance, talk nonsense for 45 minutes and leave. And they were my teachers were always in such a rush. There was only one. There was Miss Vaz, who was the English teacher. And she, like, I know she liked me, but she also like picked on me a lot. And because I was one of those kids that was always she made me sit on the stage area, the little stage, and sit there and stare at the class because I was so distracting.
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest, man. It was the American teachers that really like opened my eyes, especially my philosophy.
When he was in America.
Yeah. I say that because that's when my eyes opened. When I was in America, I was 18 years old. Okay, and I was in this class. It was philosophy and religion 1, and it was a general class I had to take. And the first thing write a moment about some aspect of religion that changed the way you view it. Something that happened in your life that changed the way you view religion.
What did you write?
So I wrote about the bomb blasts. And I wrote about the fact that I was coming home from Jamna Bai. I used to go on my bicycle, and I saw a whole huge amount of people with chains and things coming in, and they were going on asking people if they were Hindu or Muslim. And that was a very scary moment. Like parents were coming, taking their kids and all that. So it changed my perception of saying this is religious bullshit. That's the first thing. I was very young, and he loved it. And he spent the next 3 months trying to convince me to switch my major. And it was, I have never seen anyone who's so like compassionate about just, I think you have potential. No math teacher, science teacher, nobody else has ever taken the time.
Imagine you did a religion class in India.
You'd be converted to it.
And you know what was great about that religion class? Every time I criticized it, I didn't know I was criticizing it. But when I came from that perspective, he took it. He took it, and his name is Dr. Derek Dashke. He's called Dr. D. Such a cool dude, man. Like, and I told him, I called my dad, and I was like, I'm thinking of switching major. Typical Indian dad, who'll hire you? So if you do this, I'm not paying for your education.
If you do religion, what do you want to become a pandit?
No. So I wanted to do philosophy, not religion. And I knew a couple of philosophy, and it is so interesting because philosophy is all about thought. Right. It's all about these are the ideas I have. And it was so interesting. He drew such an amazing picture. That class I read the Quran, I read Genesis of the Bible, we read a bunch of Rig Vedas and stuff like that.
The book is always better than the movie.
Yeah. But dude, like, it's already more religion that I've read than most religious people right there and then. And that's what set me on the path of becoming an atheist. Learning about religion. I think atheists are the ones who know more about religion than religious people do.
Or at least have the reasonable doubt.
Yeah. But he was open to that. A religious teacher who's orthodox in one way
that's a big
was open to me criticizing the
religion.
world he's built on. He's a freaking theologist to begin with. He's a PhD doctor.
Yeah.
Who's open. I'd never seen this before. Wow. Can you imagine this happening in India? Like
there's a definition of intelligence which goes like intelligence is holding two opposing ideas at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is what this is.
So it was, and I really wanted to switch majors. And my dad just refused to let me do it. And I was like, fair enough, man.
Yeah.
And on hindsight, I should have, because it made no difference.
Yeah.
I would have still gone to my MBA college. I would have still done what I had to do.
For sure.
But
No, but like this was a serious thing, right? Like you have a professor who's teaching you philosophy, but then in India you also have the amazing PT teacher. I love PT teachers because so we had two PT teachers. Okay, one whose name was Rajguru sir, and the other was Avsar Mol. Okay, these were the two PT teachers we had. Maynard.
That's Maynard, yeah.
That's Maynard again, guys. And the thing with him was, again, like your teacher taught you to play basketball, he taught us to play cricket. Rajguru. And we already know cricket. Like I think I was 2 years old and I was playing cricket. So he has called us and he's like, okay, aaj cricket ka, I'll show you some shots and all. And he's in black pants, white shirt, leather shoes. We're on the ground. We have one of the biggest grounds in Bombay for cricket. He's standing there. He's like, okay, now I'm going to teach you the C shot.
What the fuck?
The C shot.
It's a C shot.
Right off the bat, this is made up. Because there's nothing called a fucking C shot.
well, in tennis there is the C swing.
No, but in cricket, there's no C shot in cricket. Right? So he's made like 50 of us stand.
Banaya shot.
So he's batting, okay? And then he's like, when the ball comes, no in swing and out swing, nothing. You have to put your leg forward and make a C with your bat. I shit you not. And like the school is paying you money to come teach us this C shot. He said, इधर से bat आना चाहिए.
Yeah.
और इसे C बन जाना चाहिए. I said, चुप लेकिन बॉल जाएगा. तू बोल्ड हो जाएगा. Imagine, yes, he's saying, make a C with your bat.
Oh my god.
And all of us are just looking at him saying, sir, लेकिन अगर ऑफ में डाला तो हाँ, तो फिर थोड़ा बाहर रहने का और फिर वहाँ से शॉट करने.
This is one of those instances where a person would be smarter if he didn't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. Dude, we had so there was one really famous PT teacher in my school. Okay, his name, he's still around. I don't know about him anymore, but his name is Cyril D'Souza. If anybody's ever been to Jamnabai, you know who Cyril D'Souza is.
Yeah.
This guy, I think he spent his entire adult life trying to impress like 8th and 9th kids. Like I don't know what about him. He's
so profoundly sad.
It's sad. And so there was like these guys who were in with him, So he would call them for handball. He'll call them, the sporty guys.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of those guys. I played tennis, and this guy had no interest in tennis, and he had no interest in cricket either. And I knew he knew nothing, and the thing is, in my school, exactly, you know how hipster he was?
Like, I like playing checkers.
My school, Japnabai, in my time, and I hope things have changed, was a handball school.
Handball, yeah.
Because of Cyril D'Souza.
Really?
Yeah. You know why? So, it used to be mixed co-ed, boys versus girls, and this is how you defend in handball.
Oh no. Is this going where I think it's going?
It's exactly going where you think it's going. And I was just like so confused the whole time. Like I was like, so it's Cyril D'Souza every.
But you all played unisex handball.
Yeah.
Oh, they were always like.
No,
this is Cyril D'Souza.
Cyril D'Souza. So he was. So and there's a lot of controversies too with him. A lot of things happened, but he was like, it was just so weird. Like why is impressing these kids so important to you? You're an adult. I never understood that.
No, but like I don't get PT sir. Like my PT sir wasted his entire life. Saudhan.
Oh my god.
I said, buddy, you're getting paid.
Yeah,
you're getting money to come and yell Saudhan Vishram. Anyway, so this guy, right? Sorry, I'll continue. So when we started doing well in cricket, he sort of got impressed because Chandrakant Pandit took over the coaching.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's completely transformed us. He's an ex-Indian cricketer, cricket keeper. So now we are like top 4 in cricket in Bombay. Okay, it's because of him. Abhi tak.
Oh, nice.
So it was during our years that Chandrakant Pandit took over. So like PT sir is feeling sidelined now. He's like, no one's going to play the C shot anymore.
So he's yelling Saudhan louder.
So once he sees me and like 3 of my friends, we're all in cricket also, and he catches us. He's like, I'm very proud कि मैंने तुम लोग को inter-school cricket में डाला. And he's just like, no, buddy, you did.
No, sir, you did C shot.
Okay, so you can say, it's like, and that's why I'm so proud of you. I want you to play inter-school, international, world national, space national. I will never forget. Space National.
Hey,
Space
Varun
National.
Thakur just beat the moon.
When India plays the moon in cricket, I will beat them. Space National. I wish you play Space National.
Very nice. Very.
You know,
Thank you, Rajguru sir.
But our PT teachers were so bad when we used to have football. Sometimes we have football sessions, right? So football in Jamnabai used to be like this: one ball and 16 pairs of legs around.
Yeah.
And one bowl of dust, and me in the corner going fuck
Oh,
this.
dude. So, like Shedike sir, he used to officiate the house matches. Okay, so he's the referee. Okay. Now he didn't know the rules of football, so he would ask
What are the rules?
whoever was next to him. Okay, like.
लेकिन ये basket में डालना है football.
So that's one point. So I was in Ganga House. Okay, so we're playing.
Wait, what?
Backtrack. You were at what house?
Ganga.
Ganga House.
When you had houses named after rivers.
No, we had mountains and rivers. Vindhya, Himachal, Ganga, Yamuna.
Oh, so straight up taking the first
National
line.
plagiarism.
Who was Utkal?
Hey, what are your houses?
Even worse, I was freedom fighters. So we had Gandhi, Pratap, Tagore, like freedom fighters, all like prominent Indians from.
So we also had Tagore.
Gandhi.
So we had Tagore, we had Gandhi, we had Swami Vivekananda.
Vivekananda. Yeah, we had.
Guess who had? But then
Who's the
No.
left
So
wing?
I want to stand up on this. How they went by it. You know, they go Indian freedom fighters. Okay, poet. Okay, now science. Einstein. So Einstein.
What?
Science. Einstein.
There's an Einstein house.
Then he's like, someone who stands for freedom. Lincoln.
Are you serious?
Then okay, 5 हो गए अभी छठा चाहिए. But what have we missed here? Muslim. Akbar डालो.
Akbar House.
This is the most random bunch of houses I've
Dude,
heard.
I think it was done by committee, or like 6 people decided to go with their favorite person.
I think it was done with blindfolds and just like cheating.
No, we had like other freedom fighters, or we had like Swami Vivekananda, Vardhaman, Mahavir, like that.
By the way, we did cut you off on your story.
Yeah,
so.
So basically, I was in
You were
Ganga
in Ganga
House,
House.
okay,
Ganga
playing
House.
football. Okay, we're playing against Himachal, okay, and
Very good. Were they high?
no, so we are the best. Like when I was in school in the
Wait,
10th
your house was the best in sports?
in football specifically. Like we had all the football.
That means they must have been really good to compensate for you.
No, I was pretty decent.
Oh, yeah, really?
I went,
They went to Jharkhand to play.
yeah, I went for
Oh,
national.
yeah, that's right. I discovered during our last shoot.
Yeah. So we're playing, okay, and Himachal, the guy was the striker of Himachal. He basically has the ball and scores, okay. And then like one of our players, the defender, just went up and said, "Sir, it's an offside." So he's like, he doesn't want to like reveal that he doesn't know what offside is. So he's like, "Yes." he cancels the goal. And it was amazing. And like if he didn't like you, right? Like I mean, if you were arguing with him, he'd just go like red card. Then you would protest. You'd be like, "Why?" And he's like, "No, you come back after 5 minutes." That's
This
not
is,
how red cards
you know,
work.
in my head I'm thinking, wow, if if SnG ever made a movie about like school, this guy has to be a character.
Yeah, this guy is there. This guy is there. No, but
Name,
also,
Proxy.
Yeah, Foxy.
also,
people
PT sir.
people will say, yeah, PT sir.
yeah.
Is that we'll be basically making grand masti.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, that was it from our stories about our teachers. If you have any other funny, interesting stories about your teachers, let us know, and we
Yes.
will not do anything with them.
I think we'll get it and laugh. Yeah. But let's not keep everything negative. There should
No,
be
exactly.
positive.
That's which is what I was getting to. You know, all the teachers we've spoken about. Yes, we probably are laughing, making fun, but we will never ever forget the roles y'all played in our life growing
Yeah,
up.
that's true.
So
Also, you know, I see a lot of comments these days saying, bring this one, bring that one.
Yeah.
This is not a democracy, guys. We bring who the fuck we want to bring.
Yeah.
like we bring Maynard.
Yeah, exactly. So right now there's 3 of us. You know what? Next week it might just be Thakur alone. It's up to us how this shit happens.
Yeah. No, but thank you guys so much for watching. All the teachers who we've spoken about and who we've not spoken about, we love you guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're sorry for all the jokes and
Oh
everything.
shit! I just realized one story was funny.
One more story is missing. Sir, we'll email you the story.
We'll do one more. And Marina Abraham miss, shout out to you.
Yeah. Deepika miss, Diva miss. I love you guys. Y'all are the best. Thank you for everything I am today.
Yeah, Vicky Malhotra. You're like, this is what he made. This is what he made. Vicky